Two open source AI agent frameworks are competing for the same territory, and both have earned serious attention. OpenClaw has accumulated more than 345,000 GitHub stars and become one of the fastest growing open source projects in recent memory. Hermes Agent, released by Nous Research in February 2026, crossed 95,000 stars in just a few months and shipped its official desktop application in June 2026. Both projects are trying to solve the same problem. How do you build an AI agent that does useful work over time, not just in a single conversation? But they approach that problem from completely different directions. And the direction matters enormously when you are deciding which one to build your workflows around. Today, I am going to walk you through the real differences between OpenClaw and Hermes Agent, explain where each one excels, and give you a clear framework for deciding which one belongs in your stack. The simplest way to understand the difference is this. OpenClaw packages an agent around a messaging gateway. Hermes packages a gateway around a learning agent. OpenClaw was created by Peter Steinberger, founder of PSPDFKit, and it is best described as an open source personal AI agent that runs entirely on your own hardware. It connects to more than 24 messaging platforms, including Slack, Discord, Telegram, WhatsApp, Teams, iMessage, and more. It ships with over 100 pre-configured agent skills that can execute shell commands, manage file systems, run web automation tasks, and interact with external services. You bring your own API keys for cloud models, or you run local models entirely on your own infrastructure. The framework is model agnostic, privacy focused, and designed for teams that want to coordinate AI across multiple communication surfaces. Hermes Agent, by contrast, is built around one architectural principle. The agent should get better at your specific workflows over time. It runs as a persistent daemon on your own infrastructure. It accumulates memory across sessions, writes its own reusable skills from experience, connects to messaging platforms, and runs scheduled tasks. The key design decision is that every completed task feeds back into the agent, so it becomes more capable at that type of work. Hermes is not trying to be your orchestration layer. It is trying to be the agent that genuinely learns your patterns. This is the area where Hermes Agent most clearly differentiates itself. When Hermes completes a task, it can convert that workflow into a reusable skill. The next time a similar task appears, the agent loads the prior skill, applies what it learned, and refines the result. This is not fine-tuning. The underlying model does not change. What changes is the library of structured procedures the agent can call. Nous Research positions this around the agent skills.io open standard, which means skills are portable across compatible runtimes. OpenClaw approaches skill growth differently. It has a community marketplace called ClawHub, which as of early 2026 offered more than 13,000 community-built skills. That ecosystem scale is a real advantage. You are not limited to the skills you build yourself. You can pull from a large library of pre-built capabilities, configure them, and extend them. But those skills are installed manually or through the marketplace. OpenClaw does not generate new skills on its own based on your workflows. For a solo developer or a small team with highly specific, repetitive workflows, Hermes Agent's Learning Loop can produce compounding returns over time. For an organization that needs broad capability out of the box and wants to draw from community expertise, OpenClaw's ecosystem is the strongest starting point. If you need multiple AI agents working together, the architectural differences become critical. OpenClaw was designed for multi-agent coordination from the beginning. It supports persistent agent teams where agents can communicate with each other, hold state across sessions, and work together on shared tasks over time. One agent can handle research, another can handle writing, another can manage scheduling, and they can pass context between sessions. This makes OpenClaw the stronger architecture for complex, long-running workflows that require genuine collaboration. Hermes uses a parent subagent model. The main agent can spin up isolated subagents for parallel execution, which is useful for tasks that benefit from concurrent processing. But those subagents do not communicate with each other directly. They report back to the parent. The parent integrates the results and continues. For most automation workflows, this is sufficient. For workflows where agents need to negotiate, the OpenClaw model is more appropriate. The practical implication is straightforward. If your use case involves orchestrating multiple specialized agents across a team, OpenClaw is the better fit. If your use case involves a single capable agent that handles a wide range of tasks and improves at each one, Hermes is the more coherent architecture. OpenClaw has a significant head start in ecosystem scale. As of early April 2026, it had accumulated 345,000 GitHub stars. It integrates with 24 messaging platforms natively, supports hundreds of third-party tools, and has an active community producing new skills. The April 2026 update added native Claude Opus 4.7 integration and Google Gemini text-to-speech support, reflecting how quickly the project tracks new model releases. Hermes Agent has a smaller but rapidly growing ecosystem. Released in February 2026, it reached 95,000 stars by April and shipped a full desktop application for macOS, Windows, and Linux in June 2026. It connects to 16 messaging platforms. Its skill system follows the agentskills.io open standard, which means third-party skills should remain compatible with future versions of the runtime. The summary is that OpenClaw gives you ecosystem scale today. Hermes gives you a faster iteration loop and a cleaner long-term compatibility story. Organizations with immediate broad integration needs will find OpenClaw ready to deploy. Teams building for specific workflows may find Hermes grows into what they need. Security is an area where the two projects have very different histories, and it matters. Security posture matters when agents can execute code, manage files, and access credentials. Hermes Agent was built with a security-first design from the start. All data stays on the user's machine. There is no telemetry and no cloud lock-in. Hermes ships with built-in prompt injection scanning and credential filtering enabled by default. As of May 2026, it had no reported CVEs. The security model was documented across 7 layers before the first public release. It was designed that way from the beginning. OpenClaw has a broader attack surface by design. Supporting 24 platforms and hundreds of integrations means more exposure. OpenClaw has had multiple CVEs related to its integration surface. To its credit, the project has evolved its security posture significantly. For the April 2026 updates introduced a more structured permission model, but its security architecture developed reactively as the project scaled. For regulated industries, government deployments, and any workflow that touches sensitive credentials, Hermes Agent's security architecture is the more defensible choice. For general productivity workflows, where the broader integration surface is acceptable, OpenClaw remains a strong option, provided teams apply proper access controls. Here is the practical decision framework. Choose OpenClaw when your problem is orchestration. If you need to coordinate multiple agents across a team, connect to many different services, and draw on a large library of community skills, OpenClaw is the right architecture. Its multi-agent coordination, ecosystem depth, and community momentum make it the stronger choice for teams building complex, wide-surface workflows. Choose Hermes Agent when your problem is automation that needs to improve over time. If you have specific, repetitive workflows where compounding improvement matters. If your security requirements demand a minimal attack surface, or if you want a persistent agent that genuinely learns your patterns, Hermes is the more coherent design. There is also a model compatibility consideration. OpenClaw is model agnostic and has already shipped native integrations with Claude Opus 4.7, Gemini, and leading local models. Hermes is also model agnostic, but its community currently skews toward Claude Sonnet 4.6 and Kimi K25 for cloud workloads, and QWEN 3.627b for local deployment. The top-ranked model for OpenClaw tasks as of June 2026 is Kimi K25, a 1 trillion parameter mixture of experts model from Moonshot AI. Neither framework requires you to bet on one model permanently, but knowing which models the community has validated will save you meaningful evaluation time. The OpenClaw versus Hermes Agent question does not have a single right answer, and any comparison that pretends otherwise is selling you something. OpenClaw is a genuine piece of infrastructure. Its 345,000 star community and 24 platform integration surface are real advantages when orchestration is the challenge. Hermes Agent is a different kind of serious tool. Its learning loop and security-first design make it the choice for organizations operating on sensitive workflows. Its desktop app, released in June 2026, makes it accessible to a much wider audience than its daemon-based predecessor. For technology leaders, the practical guidance is the same. Identify the actual workflow, define the data boundaries, understand the security requirements, then match the framework to those constraints, not to whichever project has the highest star count this month. Both are serious contenders. The question is, which one is serious about the right things for your use case? That is the real takeaway from the OpenClaw versus Hermes Agent comparison.